Good afternoon. Welcome to Delhi
Hi, good
Skills.
afternoon, Puneet.
Welcome, Kapil, and welcome to Delhi Skills Entrepreneurship University Career Series. In this series,
Thank you for having me, Puneet.
we are glad, Kapil. In this series, we introduce young students to industry professionals, and I'm so glad you could take out time from your schedule to be a part of this session. So, first of all, Kapil,
My pleasure.
लेट मी आस्क फॉर अ शॉर्ट इंट्रोडक्शन. आप अपने आप के बारे में बताएं, आपका बैकग्राउंड, आप अभी क्या कर रहे हैं, इस पोजीशन पे आप कैसे पहुंचे, which will be very nice for the young students and learners to understand.
Sure, Puneet. I am an MBA with more than 2 decades of experience with both startups and Fortune 500 companies. I have worked across India and in various profiles like in business planning, business operations, sales, that is B2B and B2C, marketing, go to market, customer services, retail management, and expansion.
Wonderful.
And in fact, at present, I am working with Reliance Retail's fashion and lifestyle vertical as state head NSO. NSO stands for new store opening. So I'm responsible for new store expansion across the geography of Rajasthan, MP, and Chhattisgarh. So it's a very critical profile for the company because company is investing crores of rupees in expanding the physical retail across India.
Wonderful. So nice, couple. Such a responsible position with a group like Reliance, which is growing so fast in retail, handling multiple states, multiple geographies, and with more than 2 decades of experience. Kapil, how did you reach here? In terms of things, how has the journey been in terms of your starting of your career and how things grew? What were the high points of your career? Would you like to share something for the young learners, because they can take a lot of lessons from your career story?
Well, I can summarize this journey of 25 years in only one or two sentences, I would say. The most important thing which I experienced in my career is like you have to adapt yourself, you have to upgrade yourself, you have to learn new skills, and learning being a continuous process, you have to learn skills which are relevant to the market. For example, if you are keen to have a career in marketing, then you should also learn on digital marketing. You should also be aware of blockchain. You should also be aware of AR and VR. So as the world is changing and you have, as per the requirement of the industry and requirement of the customer.
Very
So
nice.
in my view, the only mantra is that you should adapt yourself as per requirement of industry. Then only you will be able to grow with the industry.
So nicely put, Kapil. I think being a constant learner, and learning at every step, and learning never stops. And I
That's
think
right.
that is
That's right.
something that makes you grow. Kapil, how do you look at retail industry in India? Let's focus a bit on the industry. How do you look at the industry trends? How do you look at expanding? What are the major players? How do you look at job and career opportunities in retail? Would you like to spend, a minute on that in terms of giving an overview?
Sure, Puneet. Indian retail is the fifth largest in the world with a turnover of around 900 billion US dollars.
Wow,
And it's going to be number three retail market by 2026. So
that's interesting.
behind China and America will be at number three position by 2026. If you see industry as a whole, we have 7 retailers per 1,000 population. So we
Okay,
have the largest penetration of retail across our country. It is basically a benchmark for others or other countries to follow on.
Mm-hmm.
Retail industry is contributing about 10% of GDP and is employing around 14 lakh people across various subsectors of retail industry. So in retail, if you talk 5 or 6 years ago, retail as per a layman means a physical store.
Right.
But as you see, the consumer behavior has changed due to this COVID pandemic and all.
Right.
And due to this, the sales of online has grown substantially.
Correct.
So now what's going to happen is like if retail wants to be relevant, they have to transform themselves from physical retail. So
That's
there
very
is a
interesting. So
merger
the
of,
model itself is changing. You say from
yeah, it's
physical it is
changing.
going digital. Very interesting. Please continue.
That's right. So it's a combination of physical as well as digital. That is called Omni-channel.
Okay.
See, I will give an example out here. Earlier, during say around 2000 or 2005, we used to go to retail outlet and just to buy, for example, a shirt. So we go to the retail outlet, we just select the shirt, we go to the cash counter and get it billed and come out.
Right.
But now the customer journey is changing because of technology.
Okay.
So you will find customers who are searching for a product online and they are buying the same thing
Offline.
offline. There are
Oh,
customers who are searching the product offline and they are
going
buying
back and
online.
purchasing
There
online.
are
Okay.
customers, yeah, yeah. So there are customers who are buying online and picking the stuff from store. So there are a lot of permutations and combination. And because of this thing, there's a new thing which is coming up in retail that is called omni-channel.
Right.
And you will see a lot of offline operators are going in online.
Correct.
A lot of online operators are coming up with physical stores.
Absolutely.
So there's a new, yeah. So there's a new models which are coming up that is called, if you have heard of hyper local,
Correct.
and even the retailers are directly, going directly to the customer by D2C model, direct to
Right.
consumer model. So
Right.
where they have bypassed the entire retail chain, value
Right.
chain.
Right.
So there's a lot of dynamism in this particular sector, and in my view, one has to adapt again as per the new requirement. You should upgrade your skills, as I've told you earlier also, like with the by going for a course in digital marketing, or say omni-channel, or say AR and VR, or if you are a technocrat, you have to go for courses like basic management or customer service or what customer wants. So basically, it is like integration of skills which is happening in retail sector in India.
So nicely put, Kapil. And I think this brings me to the context of the new conversation piece that I wanted to have. So I understand just a generic MBA or a 2 year MBA masters or a generic BBA is something that suffices only in a limited way to the requirements of the retail industry.
Yeah.
And what we are
Absolutely,
doing,
absolutely.
to give you a perspective at Delhi Skills Entrepreneurship University, that we have designed specific programs. So we have a BBA in retail, which we have worked out a course along with industry partners. And this is a regular 3 year program wherein we are expecting the students not only to learn specific curriculum as designed by retail experts in the classroom, but also work in the industry nearly 50% of the time. The idea is that a 12th pass student who is doing this course in 3 years gets industry ready to walk into the retail industry.
That's right.
So, what would be your advice to young learners or young students in 12th who are looking at making a career in retail? What should they do in terms of doing
Well, to
such
be
courses and going about it in terms of internship and life projects? points. How would you like to summarize?
Well, to be honest with you, Puneet, this new generation is smarter than us. So
Okay.
I won't advise, but I would suggest 2 or 3 points as per my experience. Number one is whatever you do in your life. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
So rightly put.
So you have to plan everything, even your career, even your daily life, or even your investments. So planning is the most important thing. In my view, one should do self-analysis in terms of his or her passion, strengths, educational background, and then select a particular path or career path or goal in life. So self-analysis is a must. If you talk about retail, so the thing is actually what we look for in a candidate for a retail role is basically he should be able to handle the team and motivate the team effectively and efficiently. He should have, customer service skills. He should be versatile, adaptable, and result oriented. So, in my view, if somebody wants to come in retail, he should have basic qualification. And what you are doing is the right thing, that you are exposing these students to the practical side of the job or practical side of the industry. That will definitely help them to excel in their career. So, in my view, a right education, a practical approach is important to further grow in this particular sector or any sector.
Thank you. I think very nicely put. And your words and insights and what you gain and give back to the young generation after your 2 years, 2 decades of experience of working in retail sector would be very helpful for these young people to take a conscious decision. And we also want that the youth should take a conscious decision, look at their strengths, their capabilities, and walk into a career that they'll choose for life. So,
That's
thank you so much for this career conversation. And we at
my pleasure.
DSEU will be glad to invite you for one of the career sessions with our students and one of the visiting sessions with our students once we commence the curriculum. So this will be an
My pleasure.
ongoing, it will be an ongoing, relationship. Thank you for your time and wonderful talking to you, Kapil. Wish you all the best. May
Thank
you
you.
continue to rise and shine.
Thank you very much, Puneet.